All right, hello everybody, good evening, and welcome back to the Cliffs of Amber. Righty-ho, let me get my bearings here. Getting to the right place for a start. We're completely out of sync. Where are we? There we are, look at this. Okay, happy Monday everybody. Happy Monday. Let me put my slippers on, it's a bit cold today. It's a bit nippy. I think we've got some cold weather coming, apparently, if the weather forecasters are to be believed. There's some snow on the way in the next couple of weeks, apparently. It's been quite mild for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Right, hello, regular faces. How are we all doing? Cup of tea and some Werther's Original. Oh, cup of tea and Werther's. You know how to do it in style, Joe, I'll give you that much. Hello Nagisa, Shelley, Radix, welcome Hurt Cupboard 2, Ollie and Hauler, welcome all, welcome. I've just about survived. It's been an eventful Monday. I say eventful, I've worked from home, as I do every Monday, and but I went to the travel agents. Because I haven't got a holiday booked this year. I went on holiday last November, and normally as soon as my foot touches English soil, I'm back at the travel agent to book the next one. Been a bit lax. So anyway, 2 holidays, not booked yet, but planned, ready to book. So I'm back on song now. Got a holiday to look forward to. Well, 2 this year. Yeah. Happy days. And I'm switching or changing roles in work on Wednesday, so not really looking forward to that. I was on a temporary secondment role for the past 12 months, and I'm going back to my old role now, so it's a shame because I enjoyed the role that I've been doing. But anyway, fajitas and a hotel chocolat dipping thing. And your COVID's gone. So happy days. Hotel chocolat dippy thing sounds like a perfect way to celebrate getting better. Glad you're on the mend. I'd happily switch with 30 degrees Celsius weather compared to -10. Compared to this weather right now, which is probably about 5 or 6 degrees. I love hot weather. I'm a hot weather kind of guy. Give me 30 degrees every day. Give me 30 degrees any day. Maybe not I suppose it's different when you're on holiday to 30 degrees when you have to actually work in it and move around in it and do stuff in it. It's not quite sat at the beach or by the pool with a cocktail every day, are you? Suppose there is that. I think the optimum working temperature is probably about 24, 25. Clearly 30 degrees is weekend barbecuing, drink in hand type weather. But anyway, right. Not as much flim-flam today because it's 8 o'clock. I'm started late because I've been busy getting holiday sorted. That's why I was busy. Didn't have anything majorly important to do other than book some holidays or get some holidays sorted. That's why I'm a bit late today. So we got to crack on because I'm finishing this no later than 10:15 because I've got to also watch the Last of Us episode because I haven't watched that yet either. So yeah, flim-flam is kept to a minimum today. 5 minutes of flim-flam, you've had it now. Flim-flam's a favourite part of the stream. We'll have flim-flam thrown in periodically. How's that? We'll have mid-stream flim-flam today. Right. All right, so I haven't had time to do a full-blown analysis of the situation. I haven't got any notes, but I only did my sort of quick surveying of the situation about half an hour ago, so it's kind of fresh in my head, so hopefully I don't forget anything. And, of course, you can request to look at certain things, Radix, which you've already kicked off with, so we'll get to some of that stuff as well. If only update videos could be so concise. I try to be. I try to set myself a smart target. I will keep this video update to 20 minutes, and then 30 minutes later. Yeah. Which is quite funny, because my meetings at work, when I'm running meetings, are concise, because I stick to timings, because I hate overly long meetings. So my meetings are quite short, which you wouldn't guess, would you, for me wittering on a video update? But anyway, they are. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Flim Flam is now gone to 6 minutes. Where do I start? Where do I start? Of course they are. Look, look, you ain't going to change me. Look, I'm 40, right? It can be quite hard to believe for some of you, but I am. In 2 months' time, less than 2 months' time. No? In 2 months' time, just over 2 months' time. So if I'm never going to change by that point in life, then am I ever going to change? Probably not. Let's be honest. Can we look at the far east of the map at some point? Never seen Yaitai. Yeah, we can do. Give me something easy to pronounce, though, please. Thank you. As a reference point, I think it's Yaitai. Thinking of the pronunciation in the series. Yeeti. I'm sure it's pronounced Yaitai on the show. Anyway, regardless. Yeet. Yeet. Yeti. Look over there. There's a Yeti. No, it's Yaitai. It's Yeti. Yaitai. It's that place over there that we can't pronounce. I'm sure it's Yaitai. Anyway, somebody Google it, please. Somebody Google it with pronunciation. Let's end this debate, shall we? All right, come on. Stop distracting me, folks. You know I'm easily distracted and you're just doing it for badness. So here he is, Myles Amberley. He's now 41 years young. Just a year older than me, soon to be. Who's married, of course, to the Lady Lane Penrose of Parchments, who we've gifted to. Well, we gifted it to her, really. She's the love of our life. We love her very much, which is a good thing because we can't do much else at the moment with our manhood being chopped off and all that. Sorry, I was going to say something very crude there. But yes, we are looking to create some artifacts because he's trying to do some stuff to try to create a lasting legacy. So he's created the Summer Fair tradition, which we'll get to in 329 for the next summer, because we haven't had one for a little while because we've been distracted and been bankrupt a couple of times, near enough bankrupt. So, yes, he's done that. He's created the Rain Guard, of course. The Rain Guard, the first household guard of the Topcliffes. The Rain Guard, which was named by, Alpha Sword, maybe? Or somebody named it last week, the Rain Guard. It might have been Ambrister, maybe. I can't remember. It was somebody like that. Hello, Cham. My day's been pretty spiffing, thank you. There's no time for Flim Flam, Cham. You've missed a Flim Flam, I'm afraid. I've restricted myself to 5 minutes, so... You'll have to watch back how my day has been. I didn't discuss the weekend, though. I'll discuss the weekend a bit later. Is this world flat or round? You ask the poignant questions, Jagisa. You ask the poignant questions. Is it flat or round? Is that a genuine question? I'm assuming it must be round, surely. We have created a world that is flat. Because that's what people thought the world was like back in the day, you know? Okay, I just got to say this, and then I'll move on from Flim Flam, because clearly people cannot cope with the fact that I've only had 5 minutes to get things off my chest, or rant, or rave, or just talk about random nonsense. So I'll carry on for now. Drive to Survive. I have vowed never to watch it ever again. Never again. Because I just think don't get me wrong, there's probably some good stuff in there, and I've watched the first two series of it, but I just think it's trying to turn F1 into a soap opera, and I think it led to certain things for the spectacle, and it really, really grated on me. So no, I refuse to watch Drive to Survive ever again. So I won't be watching that, I'm afraid. Right, now. So, here we are, 41, manhoodless, love of our life. We have had a kid. I've had a pronunciation guy, but when I tell you isn't on the list. Typical. It's like when you're at work. When we're obviously at work, where I work, and we use, a lot of organisations use a lot of what do you call them? Acronyms. You know, acronyms. No matter what the job is, police, lots of acronyms, where I'm working now, lots of acronyms. Any organisation, you've got your own little acronyms. And when you're coming in new, a lot of these acronyms don't mean anything, right? So we've got an acronym buster at work, which has over 400 acronyms on it. You know, these little things, it's little shortcut, these little short words, you know, that people might not know if they're new to the department. And, you know, over 400 of them. And it reminds me, you know, you just said that about the Yaitai stuff, that you put one in and you think, oh, it'll be in there. There's over 400, it must be in there. And it's not in there. And it's like, how can you not be in here? There's 400 of the damn things. Why is it never the one that you want? Anyway, let's carry on. So we have a chat. Right, that's it now. Stop asking me questions, okay? Seriously. We have a kid, Eric Topcliffe. He's come of age. He's age 19. He's married to Renessa Mormont. A Mormont is in the fold. Somebody mentioned maybe going back to Bear Island to take it back for the Mormonts. That could be a potential. If we cared enough about her. To put her, or to retake her ancestral home. But yes, the genius that is Renessa Mormont has come to join our rather incompetent-looking son right now. So between the two of them, they make probably a good ruling team, which is beneficial. So we're quite happy there with that pairing. And of course, they had Barriston Topcliffe, the genius grandchild of ours, who could be a future star. If she doesn't die, if he doesn't die first, of course, given how things happen here around here. So this is going to be rather interesting to keep an eye on. I want to make sure that he comes out as tip-top as he possibly can, and I'm looking forward to role-playing as this couple here, because I'm going to play them as a couple, because she's going to be driving things because she's a smart one, and he's just going to be like, whatever you say, my dear, what shall I do next? The councillor said this, what do you think? And she's like, no, it's ridiculous. Clearly it's not going to work, are you stupid? Sorry. So that'll be quite fun. The dynamic duo. But anyway, I just wanted to quickly check. I just wanted to quickly show you a couple of things. So, of course, Morton is our younger brother. He has slept around a bit in true Eric Topcliffe fashion. Our father, of course, was a bit of a sleeper arounder. Before he had his incident with the cure for cancer and gonorrhea. Bastard children galore. Maybe his wife can't have kids, I don't know. But he's still got Honora, who is the love of his life with her fiery red hair and blue eyes. So a bastard child's galore for him. And that made me chuckle, because clearly my father had influence on his kids, because little Brelina, who's married to the Lord of Dragonstone now, has had a bastard child herself, because it's the mother that is the parent, so she has also slept around. I mean, talk about a family trait. And there's us declaring our love for our wife, wouldn't even think about cheating. But our siblings, just whap it out and wang it out and off you go and have your fun. Who cares who you're married to? It's despicable, I tell you. Absolutely despicable. So that made me chuckle. The more the merrier is the house words. They didn't specify more of what, did they? Take that as you will. More tea vicar? No, of course not. More shenanigans and hanky-panky in the bedsheets? Of course! The more the merrier. Ah, dear me. Perhaps we should... This should also be a family word, perhaps, or a family tradition. Perhaps we need to, once people have had a couple of kids, to chop the bits off everybody to stop this heinous thing happening. Anyway... So that was. I thought that was quite funny. Right, court. We're oversubscribed, and there are a couple of people that we wish to kick out, because we're a kind person and we don't like to kick people out of court, really, if we can help it. But we've identified a couple of people that we can send on their merry way. One of them is Cleardon Storm, he's got cancer, so we kind of feel a little bit bad. But his mother is Lysanne, who was married to our rival, or is married to our rival, was formerly married to or formerly had a kid with a maester, which begs all sorts of questions here. But yeah, so she's currently married to our current rival, Sir Gellard. She's in a completely different court, so if these kids know what's good for them, and that also includes Mathos Storm as well, who's only 15, they can go and spend time with their mother. They have somewhere they can go. We're not kicking them out in the streets effectively. We'll send them a handful of little coins to go on their merry way, but they have to leave the court, and they have to leave it now. I'm afraid. He can't because he's 15, and you can't kick out kids apparently. Well, that's fine. That's very noble of the game. Right, but you can, pal. Get yourself going. Get yourself gone. Alright, see you later. Your brother will join you in a year's time. So that's one person gone and one person soon to go out of court. The other two people that we could kick out are the original Rogers people, but seeing as they were here when we arrived, we kind of feel a bit harsh doing that. Hello, Crazy Canuck, welcome. So that was that, and then there's one final thing before we set the time rolling, which really, really piqued my interest. Sandor Clegane, famous man, brought to court to be our bodyguard and potential, was he our marshal? No, captain of the guard, that was it, captain of the rain guard. Has a wife that is also a fighting woman, who is also a bodyguard. They had a child. One of them died, unfortunately, but one of them's still alive. This is Sir Horace Clegane, who we haven't checked in with since he came of age. The reason why I mentioned this fella is because let's take a look at him, shall we? I think he's a prospective tutor for our little Barristan. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? He's a skilled fighter with 75 personal combat ability. He is got 20 martial. He's lustful, that's fine. He's brave, honourable, kind, a family man, a knight. He's got some tactics about him. He's a brilliant commander. Where did he pop up from? Hello, Mr. Horace Clegane? Why didn't Sandor give us a warning that his son was semi-competent? So he's a great marshal, he's a great bodyguard, he's a great tutor for our child. Be careful the King's Guard don't take him. Well, they might do. So, first things first, hello. There's a spot as my personal bodyguard available. Welcome. So he's going to be our bodyguard. Captain of the Guard, replacement for his father. Certainly, I don't want to replace the Master at Arms. We don't generally do that, but he's a potential second, just in case something happens. And the question is, folks, at this point, do we make him our child's tutor now? Or as somebody else said, do we make ourselves a tutor until he's 6 so that we can maybe influence a trait or two of, not our child, of our grandchild, Barristan here? I don't know, I'm not very well versed in kind of giving a child a martial upbringing. Shall we assign, well, Maester's no good. Shall we assign Horace now? Maybe wait a while. You may want to tutor with some more learning in the younger years. A tutor with more learning, and then switch to Sir Horace when Barristan is a little older. Oh, sorry, my phone isn't on silent, unfortunately. Let me silence that. Just mute this for a second. Apologies. Right, there we go. Can't until he's 6. Can't do what until he's 6. Right. What are we like? Okay, do you know what we'll do? Oh, our learning sucks, to be honest with you. My wife was supposed to be... Where's... His mother should be a pretty decent tutor, no? What about his mother? His mother's like a genius, for heaven's sake. And she can semi-fight too, and she's a great Emma. Why am I debating this? Look. Where are you? Where is he? Can we not do it? Barristan, assign a guardian for you, Sir Barristan. No, I don't want you. I want my wife. Where's my beautiful... No, I want his mother. I want my daughter-in-law, sorry, Vanessa. Just look after this child of yours. I want him to grow up to be the best that he can be, right? So I reckon that we have him tutored by his mother, who clearly has good learning, got genius, great eminence, got some good traits, and she will tutor him until he's 6. At age 6, he will be then tutored by Mr. Clegane Jr., and they will take it from there. And hopefully, at the end of his education, and he becomes of age, I'm hoping that he will be the most kick-ass person that will give Barristan's name, you know, the honour that it deserves, you know? Could be Barristan Selmy reborn. Daughter-in-law could be a bodyguard. Actually, she could be, couldn't she? She's got my only, yeah, personal combat 50. I think you have to have a personal combat over a certain amount to be a bodyguard, and I think it might be either 40 or 45 to be able to actually even physically be able to do it. So yes, she would be able, but she's not required. We don't want her putting herself in harm's way for us. We've got plenty of other plebs to do that. Thank you, my dear, for your offer. Just make sure Barristan grows up well. That's all you need to worry about. And also make sure that my son stays on track, because, you know, he's can be a bit slow at times. When compared to you, of course. Right, so that is pretty much all I had to remember to do and cover, because everything else is pretty much being covered. Yes, we're going to create a treasury. I was talking about that. He wants to create more lasting legacies. He's created a place of health. What's it called that we built, or that we were building? We were building a something. Refuge. That was it. We built a refuge. He's got the kings. He's got the rain guard. So he's creating these things. He's got the summer fair tradition, and next up, he's going to create the family's first artifacts. So, you know, not a bad little list of memorable things for the family. Not to mention, he's ensured that his line contains genii going forward. Big win for Leeds. It was a big win. It was a must-win. If we'd have not won that game, it'd have been game over, to be honest. I mean, it's still looking pretty grim, but we've got a much more pragmatic, tactically astute manager, I feel. And probably one of the best men for the job in keeping us up. You know, we don't have to finish any lofty heights. We just have to finish 17th. Doable. Everton are going to be down there. Bournemouth will be down there. Southampton are gone, if you ask me already. West Ham aren't too far away neither. So I think, you know, we could be okay if we just get a decent run going. Right. Anyway, so before we set the time off rolling, anybody else want to quickly check anything else in the world map? Somebody mentioned going across to Yaiti, the unpronounceable name. I mean, oh my God. I didn't even realise that Essos was so flipping big. Look, there it is. I'm not going to click on any of these lands just because I don't want to risk crashing it. Because apparently somebody mentioned crashing and Essos, so I'm not going to touch anything here. So we've got a shy. It's quite interesting to actually sit down and look at the names of some of these places, because these were in the books, and this is where Daenerys went. So it'd be quite interesting to actually get a feel for actually how far east did she go. Karth rings a bell. So Astapor, I remember that being in the shows as well. Oros. Yeah, look at these different names, all difficult and hard to pronounce. Little Ibn up there, the Thousand Islands, famous for, of course, its well-known dressing, which goes deliciously well on salads. Yeah, the Grey Waste. You can see Marine. There's Marine too. There's Yunkai. So a lot of stuff happened in this kind of area in the shows. Yeah, Lysanmere, Pentos, of course, as well. Bravos, the water dancer of Bravos. Sirio Ferrell. Yes, I remember him well. Right, anyway. Let's proceed on. Anything else that people want to see? And welcome, Imran. Excited for your next F1 Manager races. I'm glad you're enjoying. Next session of that will be coming tomorrow, actually. With Sabrante stream on Wednesday, all being well. Okay. Someone wanted to look at the Gatehouse Tower. Where is the Gatehouse Tower? It's somewhere around near the Trident, isn't it? The Gatehouse Tower? I don't know. Fancy giving me something so difficult to find. Right, okay, we'll just take a quick look at the Lord Paramounts then for now. There's Hyle, 18, of the Reach, not at war at the moment. He's looks like a pretty honourable fella. His father died under suspicious circumstances. He's ruled for a little while now, I think. He ruled from 10 years. He's been running for 10 years already at 18. He's a child ruler, of course. We've got Daemir Lannister, still in charge. Daemir the Strong, who's got an alliance, from what we could remember, with the Reach. The dynamic twosome there. The Trident was Hostas Jr. There was a whole hoo-ha with Harrenhal, which was covered in the recent edition of the Chronicles, which I read just before the session. So thank you very much for doing that. It was love reading those at the after the sessions. Really, really enjoyable, and complements the series so well. If you haven't checked it out, head over to the Discord server. There's a chronicle for every session, covering the events. We've got so it was Arwood who came to power after that little saga. Hoster Jr. put to death, of course. John II, the accursed of the Vale, one eye. He seems to be I don't know. I haven't made my mind up about him yet. I haven't been following too closely, but he doesn't seem to be the most sort of whiter than white kind of person. But then who is in these times? Who is so honourable and white? I don't know, unless you're somebody really, really like Barristan Selmy, for example. Lord Paramount Ed Weil, of course, Lord Rob or King Rob of the North, or whatever he penned himself as, Lord Paramount Rob, the heinous, heathen, treacherous, bloody tyrannical bloke that he was, got killed in suspicious circumstances. And his son has come into power. Rob grew fat in his older years, clearly, and he's come to power now, and we'll see how he fares. He doesn't seem as bad as his father, but time will only tell on that one. Not too many people at Rob's funeral, yeah. It's probably as quiet as my father's, and that, obviously our father's funeral was quiet because we insisted it was, but anyway. So that's the Lord Paramount, and of course we'll finish off by looking at the current king, because King Robert popped his clogs at 57 in the last session, and King Ormond, the club-footed one, has come into power now, who has 166,000 men at his disposal, has so far managed to maintain a relative peace and cling on to his throne without too much of an issue, although he is currently in hiding. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But he's stained by his father's endeavours. So that is a bit of what's going on, and let's not forget little Dorney here. We've got Quentin the Evil, so lots of evil, tyrannical kind of people ruling, which is probably par for the course in these times. Right, where's my daughter-in-law? There she is, Renessa Mormont, House Mormont, breastfeeding at the moment. At age 1, still. I mean, I'm not an expert in when you should stop breastfeeding, to be fair, but 1 seems a bit old to be breastfed. I don't know. Maybe it's not. As I said, I'm not an expert. I don't have kids. The wall has fallen several times. Several times. I think we're good to go. Anything else we need to check up on, we can check up on as we're going live time. It's only taking me 30 minutes to unpause it. No flim-flam, I said. King Ormond of the Iron Throne has declared the Iron Throne Nivoshi de Jure war over Great Wyke on High Priest Lazan. What? Where's Great Wyke when it's at home? Oh, ample tax revenue. Perfect. Okay, we're off to war again. Oh no. Oh, and once again the peasants continually sing our name. Great Wyke is an iron island. Oh, hang on. The peasants support the throne. So the peasants routinely sing our name. What's happening up here? So who owns this? Lord Wolf of Great Wyke, High Priest Lazan is the ruler, the Iron Axe Order. Lord Paramount Norden the Fowler of the Iron Islands. Civil war on the Island Islands? Oh, they've lost. They've lost a bit of land, have they? The Iron Islands. Kingdom of the Iron Islands. Yeah, they've lost this little bit here. They've lost a little bit. Somehow, some way, Norvos, which is all the way over here, has managed to obtain some of the Iron Islands. What is this? The Lonely Light. Where's Bear Island? Bear Island is in the north, right? Bear Island is up here. Little bear. Is it a Mormont still there? No, it's a Blandish. It was given to the Blandish family. Kind of feel compelled to give that back to the Mormont somehow. It's a long way away, though. Yeah, okay. So the Iron Islands have been lost. That's going to take a bit of poking in the save game files to figure out. I keep forgetting to upload the game save after every session. I'll try to remember this time, though. Right, are we moving? Let's start moving. Let's start moving here. So we are. So what's that? That's oh. Oh, look who it is! Look who it is! It's our good buddy, our good friend. Right, the Iron Throne Nivoshi de Jure war over Great Wyke. Okay, so if we win this war, we will take back Great Wyke, which I'm assuming is one of the two little lands here. Just get my bearings here. So this is Sealskin Point, Hammerhorn. Which one is Great Wyke? We should already have it, no? Unless it's the... Oh, it's the High Lordship. Okay, so they're taking it all back, I think. I think we're taking it back a little bit. I think we're taking the entire thing back. Right, okay, so Mr. Morm, our good buddy, Mr. Morm, wrote me a letter expressing his fervent desire to know me better so that we can become good acquaintances. Right. Now, up until now, we're still paranoid. However, up until now, we've been continually avoiding this man like the plague. And in the last session, we lost our contentedness. Now, although we haven't lost our paranoia, I kind of am likening this fact to an almost an epiphany of sorts. At age 40, or roughly when that happened, we're kind of just deciding to embrace certain things and perhaps have a bit of a change to our approach to things and all that kind of jazz. Now, this Morm fella has insisted for a long time that he wants to get to know us better and wants to write us letters and all this, and the letters have been burnt and we've gone into hiding a couple of times, well, more than a couple, but yet here we still are alive. We have a rain guard, we have a full contingent of bodyguards, we have a very competent spy master, and we have a very, very clever daughter-in-law who may well be whispering in our ear and saying, "Look, just exchange letters. Just see where it goes. You don't have to divulge any great detail or any kind of situations that would put you at a security risk, but just entertain him and then maybe even then something may come to the fore. He may play his hand, may slip up if he's got ill intentions. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just wants to get to know you better. I mean, you are a noble and well-respected ruler who the peasants sing the praises of on a daily basis. Perhaps he just wants to glean a trick or two about how this has happened and how he could, try it out in his own realm. Did you think of that? Be gone with you. He's too clever for you. You're a good woman. So, yes, we're going to just exchange pleasantries at arm's length. We're not going to any feasts with him, but we'll start nice and subtle with some letters. So if he invites us to a feast, no, it's fine. Don't want to go to any feasts. Don't like feasts, really, all the attention. But we'll exchange letters for now and keep it very low-key and see what transpires. Okay, which aisle? That aisle? No, which aisle? Yeah, that one over there. Oh, forget it. So, okay, we'll keep a close eye. We'll say close eye. It's up here. But we'll keep an eye on this little war that's going on. In the meantime, we haven't got a claim on the Blue Grove. However, if we do get a claim on the Blue Grove, we're going to take it. And I'll tell you why. The man is not a tyrant by any stretch of the imagination. However, the place is suffering due to ill rule. And we're a person of the Rainwood. We're very much Rainwood based. We have a history with the place. We love it here. The people have heard, the neighbouring county, the people have heard of our benevolence, of our charitable rule. Jesus Christ. They cry out for someone of our competence because this man has allowed smugglers' rings to spring forth. He's allowed thieves' guilds to run havoc over the populace, pilfering from who they damn well please. He's offended the moneylenders, so that's not going to go down well when they come knocking, probably taking possessions left, right and centre to cover the debts that are owed. And, of course, all of this has led to him being badged by the people as an incompetent ruler and an increased risk of revolt, which would clearly lead to an increased loss of life should it occur. So I agree, Ollie, and as we are no longer quite so content to sit back and allow things to happen around us, it's about time we listened to the people. And the people might as well be stood outside our gates chanting our name, begging us to come and rule over them because they are quite tired of what's happening. So he's clearly struggling. He's probably not. He probably didn't even want the job in the first place. And so I think we need to show these poor people, these poor Rainwood people, what true, competent rulership looks like. If we get a flipping claim, of course. So, yeah. Word in the shell, Mark, might want to get a move on. Now, I'm quite tempted to even try to find somebody with even more diplomacy skill to get this done. Because clearly 15, it's got a chance to do it, but it's not as high as it could be. So, the first task, then, is to search the realm for any diplomatic range. People, it doesn't matter if they're not happy to join the court because we can bribe them if they aren't, if it's possible. And see if there's any rulers out there, non-rulers. No, that's the wrong one. Clicking the no. If there's anybody apart from females either, because they can't be the Justicar, I don't think. No. Okay, so no ruler. Men only. Our Castellan is actually better as a flipping Justicar right now. Interesting. We'll give him a bit longer. Don't have another Castellan, do we? We could make Arston a cast. No, he's got 0 diplomacy. Could give it to our son temporarily. I'm quite tempted. I think our son needs to learn to rule, right? So setting him off. I mean, he's already our regent, I believe. No? Who did we make our regent? Who did we make our regent? Hang on. Losing track of stuff. Oh, our brother. Okay, we'll leave our brother as regent for now. I don't want to. I'm having a day of indecision. Okay, my wife has got flu. Oh no! What's the cure for flu? What is the... Maester, please spare me. What's the cure for flu? Well, let me tell you. I've got the perfect cure for flu, actually. Right. I think, yeah, this fella here, Justicar, he's decent. He's not a landed person. We may turn to his services again in the future, but for now, we need somebody of the utmost competence to get this done. The people are crying out for help. We need to ensure that we help them as quickly as we possibly can, which means we need a man that's going to be so good at drawing up these claims that we clearly need here to unearthing from the libraries. The fact that we have a legitimate claim here needs to happen quite quickly. So let's give it to... What am I doing? This guy, isn't it? It's you, right? 19. Yeah. Okay. So how does this work? Resign councillor. You can't transfer council position because there's not an open position. So we have to fire you. Do apologise. Sir. I'm going to fire you. Can I fire you? How do we fire from the council? You can reassign. Can we not we can't reassign? Oh, you can reassign. Oh, that's probably gonna cause a scene. Bloody hellfire. I want to sack you. Am I not seeing it? How do we remove somebody from a council position? Right, okay. Castellan is going to be my son. He's not the best, but it's his kind of a dipping into rulership. It's kind of a, you know, you're going to be my right hand. Do what you need to do, and now we can appoint him. There we go. Which will hopefully offset that fired from council penalty. Not quite, and he's going to have it for 10 years. And he doesn't like the fact that we've changed his job either. Oh, for God's sake. Well, I mean, the Castellan is probably a higher position, to be fair, so it is a bit of a demotion for the man. But fear not, you get me a claim on the Blue Grove, sir, and I shall make it worth your while in some respects, okay? You can have your old job back straight afterwards. But yes, these people need somebody of your nous. Yes. Don't give me that crap. You just want to put your son as... No, I didn't want him there, actually, but I have not got a choice right now. This is for the good of the people, okay? The good of the people. I go to bed listening to their pleas in my dreams. It's a nightmare, I tell you. Absolute flipping nightmare, you know? Oberon Martell died comatose. That's not the Oberon Martell, is it? At age 21? From the shows, is it? I don't think it is. No, it can't be. It's far too young. Just a namesake version. The reason why we don't keep checking tabs for better council members is because we don't have a tendency to want to just put people on the council because they're better. You know, we like to keep loyal council members on, and unless they do something crappy. That was the real Oberon. Was it? Oh. Oh dear, what a shame. That is the Oberon Martell? Are we sure? Yeah, Prince Duran's son. Yeah, it is, yeah. No! I don't... Who... Look, I'm not convinced, right? He seems very young. He's here. The Red Viper. He's here. He's here. He's here. It's not. I didn't think it was. He's the Red Viper. He's here. Look. He seemed far too... Because we're in the Game of Thrones timestamp now, so it didn't make sense for that to be the real Oberon. But yeah, the real Oberon's here. He did have some kids before he died. All of them bastards. A Rogar, a House Swan fella, and lots of other stuff too. Lots of Oberons in the family, just to confuse us all. Mark Wilde, Lord of Rain House. Oh, this guy here. I was just about to say. I thought it was him. Has had the history of the Ironborn added to their treasury. Okay, that's cool. Nice and peaceful. Right, so now we're just going to wait patiently. We were content. We're probably a patient man. For the Blue Grove claim to come in, and then we're going to help these people out of their misery by showing them true leadership. In the meantime, I think it's about time that we started to make a new name for ourselves by searching for a smith who will hopefully bring forth to us our first artifact of the family. So we're going to put out a call to find a smith. So we can ask for a weaponsmith to forge us a deadly weapon, a set of armour, or neither. A weapon is nice, but I think a set of armour would be better, surely. You could, mind you, I don't know. A sword, actually, could be good, because it could be ceremonial as well, so that when we're formally knighting people, like we have done recently, we have something to do it with that means something. Armour, I think, the reason why I thought armour is because if you wear the armour, you know, looking very spiffing, very aha. But I think a sword is a good start, and it's probably cheaper as well. So I hereby, whatever the words are in this, but I hereby declare you a knight of the realm. Yes, it's a dual-purpose sword. And then, obviously, if any of our family are ill, bring forth. We have to give it a name clearly as well. We'll have to name the sword, because I think you can actually name the weapons. It's not. I think we could. In Holy Fury, we named them, right? I think we could. I think so. Anyway, yeah. So it's the bit chopper offer and the knighter. Two weapons. Oh, we don't take it to the field of battle. Don't be ridiculous. Field of battle? No. We just chop people's bits off with it. Yes, and occasionally we wash it first, but then we touch people's heads with it too, to knight them and their shoulders and everything. Off with the bits. or tap on the head. Can you imagine? Did you wash that? Yes, of course we did. Bloody hell. What do you take us for? Animals? Oh my god, we got more stuff happening here. Bear with me, folks. So King Ormond of the Iron Throne has inherited Castle of the King's Gate from the Commander Raymond of the King's Gate. Okay, very good. And we've lost an acquaintance who's not an acquaintance, really. It's probably just somebody that one of the Lord Paramounts has had some interest in that we're all following, of course. And somebody else has died. My Master-at-Arms Theo Buckler has told me about a remarkable weaponsmith residing in, of all places, Blue Grove. He suggested that if I invite the man to my court to see his work for myself, if he manages to impress me, I could order my own custom-made item. Okay, and then we can also the drama, Jesus. We can also tap him for information about the ruler as well. 2 birds with 1 stone. Yes, fine idea, Theo. Bring forth this Blue Grovian smith. I have a few questions I wish to ask him. Not all about weaponry, actually. Okay, so once the weaponsmith's craftsmanship had been checked by my most knowledgeable attendants to ensure the quality was sufficient, I received him in the throne room. This is Leslin, the weaponsmith. Let's have a look at Leslin, shall we? Doesn't look like much of a weapon. Oh, he's a metallurgist. That's a good start. I received him. Okay, he introduced himself as Master Leslin and gestured towards his numerous assistants, who all carried examples of his work. Does my lord have anything special in mind? Yes, you can never go wrong with a good sword. How about a good lance? Swords may give more monthly prestige than other weapons, as well as personal combat skill. A lance gives mounted troops, axes, lightfoot troops, and No. It's got to be a sword, heaven's sake. Hello, Liv, welcome. It's got to be a sword. What kind of barbaric weapons are these? Axes? Do I look like Godin here? No, a good sword should do the trick. I'm good, Liv, how are you? A young sword, a sword for battle. It's a ceremonial blade. It's not to be wielded by anybody other than the ruler when chopping bits off, or having bits chopped off. Yes, perhaps the maester has to learn how to wield it as well, actually. But yes, a good sword should... 3 examples. Cradling 3 swords. I have 3 different examples of quality levels here. One must determine what one needs and how much one is willing to pay. Okay, I do not need any frills. 100 gold! The cheapest sword. I've changed my mind. Yeah, do you know we're a family of bankrupts, right? We've been bankrupt many times. I think we're going to be bankrupt again. We have not brought somebody here from the Blue Grove as a smith to then simply turn around and say, can I have the cheapest sword on the market, please? No, we're trying to create a legacy here. We'll have the fine sword, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. More tax, please. Oh, I thought that if that was a tax message, that would have been absolutely perfect timing. That would have been hilariously perfect timing. Hilariously. It's a troop message, though. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, so Leslin is an authority on metallurgy and has some theories that can improve the quality of the metal. He just requires funds. Oh, I forgot about this bit. They keep asking for stuff that costs money every time. Oh, I forgot. It's not a once and done situation. It's, oh, I've got this little thing to do. Only another 35 gold. You just told me from the start, mate. Upfront cost, yeah? Simple to deal with. All these little dribs and drabs, I can't, I'm afraid. I've paid up front, I pay not a penny more. Okay? It won't be the best sword on the market, but hey, it's a ceremonial blade. Okay? It's a starter for 10. It's a starter for 100, actually. Right, excellent. Give me one moment, please. Oh, no more messages. Lovely jubbly. Finally, the sword has been completed. Master Leslin has brought me a sturdy box which contains the item. My hands are shaking slightly as I open its heavy lid. This is excellent. Adds longsword to the treasury. Artifacts may be renamed using the rename artifact option. Oh, I have Holy Fury, don't worry. Don't you worry, sir. So we have started. Look at that. 3 artifacts of at least quality 2. Let's check it out. Where's my artifact menu? There we go. We've got a treasury. How many? Quality 2. Quality 2. This is our quality 2 sword, and excellently crafted, made at the behest of Lord Myles by Leslin. Look at that, the original owner. Oh, that's perfect. Let's rename this sucker. Let's rename it. Oh, it's called currently of Amberley. No, it's not. Right, folks. Name. Hello. We have a sword to name. What have we got? Bit Chopper, Side Splitter, Widow Maker, Bit Chopper. Sorry. Okay, so obviously you don't quite crack with a sword, do you? You slice. The mace would have been a better name for this, but somebody put Bit Chopper. Ollie, you put Bit Chopper, and then I watched any videos for ages, but there's a guy on YouTube who's from Leeds, and he's called Danny. He does Rate My Takeaway, and he calls his backside his knacker cracker when he's hanging out and he needs to pull his pants up. He says, "I'll put the knacker cracker away," but the knackers is actually a name for your bits. So in ode to Rate My Takeaway, who I've watched many videos over the not quite recently, but they're good laugh. You should check them out if you like takeaways. I'm going to call it the Knacker Cracker, the debt maker. So there you go. Maybe we'll chop them off and then crack them with a hammer afterwards, and then feed it to you as well, just to make sure that you're cured of cancer. How about that? Take the cure to the next level. Okay, so yes, we have our first artifact, which is a sword that goes by the name of Knacker Cracker. Long may it be used in many a ceremony. Anyway, right. Another year goes by without a summer fair because we can't afford it. Sorry about that, folks. Northern Water restore the Night's Watch. Oh, I didn't realise that we hadn't restored it since the last time it fell. Clearly we haven't, and it needs to be restored again. apparently. But is it? It's actually the North guy that's doing it. Paramount Edwile is actually taking the war to fight in his own hands rather than waiting for the king to do it. So this is a good sign. This could be a good sign. Okay, Andalos has lost that one, and we are winning the war for the Iron Islands. I can't see much activity here. Let's go for an arrest chance this time on that one. Oh, Lord Morm! Let's speak to Lord Morm again. Last time we spoke to him by letter, nothing happened. We didn't fall ill. We're not dead, so we'll entertain him a bit longer. Do we already have house words? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Oh, yeah, you go, Ollie. The more, the merrier. More of what? We'll keep spying on him at the same time, though. It was open to interpretation. It can be whatever. It could be more of whatever you like it to be. More of whatever your heart desires. That's what I'll say. You want more of something? Then take it, basically. Doobie-doobie. The lineages and histories removed from the treasury. Oh dear. Forcibly removed? Not sure. Wasn't specific. Okay, perfect. Right, we're about to leave bankruptcy, thankfully, because it never bodes well. And there we are, criticising Blue Grove for his incompetent ruler. Oh, one child. Bella Storm lacks a childhood focus. Bella, learn your etiquette. You're a bastard. I couldn't care less. Okay. Ooh, I can give him a Topcliffe heirloom. I don't think so. So this is Simon Penrose. What's he done? He's a treasurer. He may have bought a few taxes to us. Not when we needed it most, but I'm not paying him any cash. We can't afford to, so have about a favour. Have a favour, Mr. Penrose. And a Septon. You're nothing, Septon. I'm not paying a Septon money. We've got a massive distrust of Septons and cash right now, so you're not getting a damn thing. And we continue to spy on Morm. If we're going to be writing to the man, we want to ensure that we also... We've got a peasant revolt happening here. Oh, I didn't see what it was. Oh, hang on. It's a peasant revolt for Lonmouth on actual Renly. I didn't see that message. I skipped it. Peasant revolt in the lands. Really? Oh dear. Oh, stop trying to butter me up. You're not getting a payment, mate, alright? Oh, but you're the best ruler this world has ever seen. Can I have some money? No, you can't. Okay. This is a problem. I mean, we have 3,000 men. We could go and try to do something about this. Oh, my most valued vassal. I have come to understand that you and the lords of the realm are struggling to finance the upkeep of the levies committed to the Stormlands War. Therefore, I hereby grant numerous tax concessions. Oh. Tax concessions, you say? Who doesn't love a good tax concession? Time to bloody the knacker cracker. Let's give it to, what's he called? Horace Clegane. Get out there, Horace. Take this knacker cracker and show him who's boss. I'm quite tempted to... I mean, he's got 5,000 men right there doing nothing. It's not as if we should feel the need to have to raise an entire levy to deal with this peasant revolt. But it is kind of wrangling a little bit that it's here, happening, and nothing else is... I mean, obviously, we've committed a lot of troops to the war with this high priest fella. And he's giving us a tax concession also. Just maybe it was a ploy on his behalf to try to convince people to help out here. Free upkeep for your levies, whilst you deal with any threats in the realm. Just saying. I think 3,000 men is not going to be enough to deal with this anyway, unless they're like really weak. Nah, wouldn't fancy my chances. Wouldn't fancy my chances, and we've got Blue Grove to think about. What would happen if we wiped out an entire force and suddenly got a claim? We'd be mortified. Gatehouse Tower, inherited by the Northern man. Okay, that's looking pretty bad right now. No, we keep spying on Morm, it's fine. Okay, elsewhere in the realm, everything's looking... There's a bit of war going on here. What's happening, Damir? What are you doing? Oh, this is still the Great War over Wyke. You've got some of Wyke coming down here. Oh God, hang on. So, look who's popped his clogs. Mr. One-Eyed Veil Man has died in personal combat, probably during this war here. And now we've got Lord Paramount Orson, his son, who is deceitful, ambitious, greedy, diligent. He's going to be a man that covets a bit of power. And look at his eyes. They're like, that's very, like a turquoisey shade of blue. Who killed him? Oh, we could check that out, couldn't we? So, yeah, good point. Let's take a look. Was killed in personal combat in the midst of battle by bearded priest Mero of Nyron Valley. Bearded priest Mero? By a bearded priest? Oh my God. The remnants of Dragon's Lords added to their treasury. What remnants? Has it been broken? Raiders under Lord Paramount Norgent of the Iron Islands have arrived to loot and pillage. In the Reach? We're fighting for your lands, you idiot, and you're going to raid the Reach? I think we should just let them rot. I'll get taken over. That's what I say. The bloody gall of it all. Are we going to... Oh, finally they've made a move. Oh, but this is not looking good. This is not... Okay. Just about did it. Just about there. That was looking a bit touch and go for a second, wasn't it? They were just... Renly was just biding his time. Just biding his time, he was. And then I thought, you know what? Let's deal with it now. Let's deal with it. Let's deal with it. It's fine. Perfectly fine. Okay, peace offer there. So let's have a look at what happened. Did we recapture the Iron Islands? Well, we recaptured one of them. This one, Hammerhorn. Lord Wolf of Great Wyke, of House Volmark. Which is actually quite a prestigious house. It's not a new house that's just sprung out of nowhere. It's with the names like Quellen and Kalon. He's probably a long-standing family of the area, considering his house crest is also a fish. Long-standing member. They still own... I think they still own this. Yeah, Free City of Norvos. So that needs to be dealt with eventually, but not now, because there's going to be a truce there, isn't there? For the king to attack him again. But then again, would that stop him? I don't know. Truce with these eastern dogs? They don't understand the word, surely. What truce are they Up, and we're back under peace, apart from the Trident, which is going to war against... Oh, there's a revolt there. Okay, right, let's take a look at this. I could make up stuff about it. No, we're not going to make stuff up. We don't. He's proving to be... We might stop spying at some point. You know, at some point the paranoia has to be like diminished, considering that we're still alive, and if this man wanted to kill us, we'd probably be dead by now. Speaking of the devil, he's back again. Oh dear, Lord Morn. Maybe we should just invite him. Oh! I didn't even realise you were having a second child. Holy cow! Is she a genius baby? No, unfortunately not. But we have to name our daughter. This is our granddaughter, our future ruler's daughter. So we've got Barristan. What are we going to name our granddaughter here? Charlotte. I'll take a couple more. I don't think we've got many Charlottes in the family, haven't we? Brilliant Stan. Evelyn, Amelia, Charlotte, or Brelina Stan. Brelina Stan. Right, do you know what? Charlotte. So he's called Barristan, right? Amber. Oh, we did have an amber. An anti-amber. So we got name after mother. No. Name after grandmother. Daisy. Name after a random ancestor. Brulina. Bella. Herlinda. Mylinda. Milera. Milera! Mylera! Herlinda, Mylenda, My Amelia, My Amelia. It kind of rolls off the tongue. My Amelia. Yeah. I like that. Our Linda. See, my Amelia actually sounds... Mylaria. Oh, jeez. My Amelia actually does sound like it could be a name. What's your name? My name's My Amelia. Hello, Maya. Can we call you Maya for short? Yeah, call me Maya if you want. Everybody else does. Maya. Maya Amelia. How about if we were to tweak it slightly and put an A in there? Maya Amelia. Yeah, that'll do. A little bit of a play there on names there. But yeah, so we've got Maya Amelia Topcliffe. We'll choose her a focus when she's closer to the rightful age of 6. Right. Couple of points in Marshall. Couple of points in learning so far from Barriston. Mother's teaching him well, it seems. Of course, we'll have to save up for his education because he's getting the most kick-ass education we can afford. Right, we're gonna... Ooh. We're not going to make up a lie. Right, I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep on spying, of course. We'll spy it until we're 45. And at 45, we'll probably give up the ghost at that point. Right. So he's given the that little place to the Lord Paramount Norgen. There you go. Heart to their treasury. Whose heart have you added to your treasury, I do ask? Which poor sucker's heart? Is it an animal's heart? We've got a rest chance already, so we might as well go for the spy chance as well. Did I click on stop spying? I might have done. Maybe Myles was subconsciously telling me something that I didn't realise. You can really stop spying now, mate. Okay. You just make me click on it by accident, why don't you? So my incompetent son. This bodes well for his rulership, by the way. My incompetent son has let a group of smugglers into the county of Amberley. He thought they were merchants. Oh, for heaven's sake. Smuggler's ring. I mean, we're lambasting this man for allowing such things to happen in his realm. He's now trying to, he's got, at least, we've just got a smuggler's ring. He's got a smuggler's ring, a thieves guild, he's got a highway robber band. I think he still tops it. Education, Bethany Storm, education focus. She would be good at intrigue. Well then take a bit of intrigue then. Take a bit of intrigue. Anyone with the name of Storm in their name doesn't get the benefits of my time and effort, I'm afraid. Not out of nastiness, but I'm just a very busy man. Very busy indeed. I am debating whether we change our intrigue. Bitter Bridge. The name rings a bell. The name rings a bell. Let's have a look at Renly. Renly is 54 right now. He has got gonorrhea. He has got a lover. This is the man that's very kind and trusting and just and all of the good stuff. He's not beyond a few frivolities, is he? Some Blue Grove smugglers have made their way in. Yeah, that's probably it. It's probably it. We come bearing gifts for the summer fair. Oh, my father loves summer fairs. He must have organised one. Come in, come in. Summer fair guests, father. What summer fair? What summer fair? The summer fair that you have every 2 or 3 years. It's surely time for another one, isn't it? I assume that's why they've come. You just didn't tell me? No summer fairs here. Okay. Okay, I don't wish to conspire against you, Renly. Are you the one that's paranoid right now? I have no desires to join factions against you, sir. Quite the contrary, actually. I am desiring a pleasantly quiet life, apart from wanting to liberate the people of Blue Grove from incompetent rulers, but other than that, no, it's just creating swords and rain guards and refugees, just ruling like a good ruler should. Exactly. Right. Summer fair. When is the summer months? I was assuming the summer months were around about, like, I don't know, real life summer, like July, August time. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's completely different. Oh, Damia has died. Who is now in charge? We've got Wendell, who is the son of Damia and Othel. So we got Wendell Lannister, age 17, has come into the Westerland's control. Cynical, rude, gregarious, just, brave, skilled fighter, a squire. He's quite a military man, actually. He seems semi-competent, dare I say. And his heir is Lady Paramount Marcella of the Reach. When did... She's the heir to the Westerlands. Husband and wife pairing. Reach and Westerland's Lord and Lady Paramount married. That would be quite the power, little power duo, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just be quite the little power house that they would have going on? The entire west of the land under one union. Could they challenge for the throne? Between the two of them? Maybe? 27k... 36, what's that? 50, 63? Which would then be ripped away from him. He's only got 81 right now. They certainly could. They certainly could. Remember that summers and winters last for years. Oh, of course they do. Of course they do. We could be in a long winter stint. It'd be quite nice if there was a way to find out whether we were still in a winter. You know, holding a summer fair, I'm going to mark this as an important decision. So when it's time for a summer fair, it'll pop up here. I don't have to keep checking it. That's the best thing to do, isn't it? Right, okay. A revocation. Reckon we could lose Renly this stream. Oh, don't say that. Not our beloved Renly. The Iron Islands are doing something. What are they doing? Aha! He's doing it himself. The Lord Paramount himself, he's going back after Sealskin Point. We shall keep an eye on that one. Against the High Priest Lazan. I mean, the difficulty is that he's probably so far away from his own lands that, yeah, makes it very difficult. I mean, yeah, to capture the Iron Islands takes some doing. These guys are the experts when it comes to these kind of things. Oh, hang on. News from Storm's End of a trial by combat. Lord Ronette Morrigan of Griffin's Roost demanded a trial by combat from his captor, Lord Paramount Remy Baratheon, but was slayed at the hands of his opponent, Sir Alyn Swan. So Sir Alyn Swan, is a commander of the Stormlands, has slain this fella, who was Lord of Griffin's Roost. So he's dead, and now his little son is Lord of Griffin's Roost. This place has been nothing but a damn curse. You should have given it to us when you had the chance. We'd have been sure that this place would not have stepped out of line. But anyway, trial by combat. Sir Alan Swan doing the business. Hello, 99, or how are you doing? Oh, Lord Paramount Wendell of the Westerlands has formed an alliance with... Oh, what a surprise. Thick as thieves they are. Thick as blasted thieves. It's turning colder and colder. The people of the Rainwood can no longer work the fields. That confirms it's the middle of winter. Hence why there's no summer fair. We have lots of debuffs here because of this cold weather. Don't worry, folks. We can see it through. We can see it through. Recently got hello, James. Recently got CK2 and your brain is pickled. Yes, it is a very intricately complex game. Is Crusader Kings? I don't think so. I don't know if Crusader Kings 2 can be classed as any less complex than this one. I think there's less features at the moment than a fully DLC'd version, but I think even a base CK3 for a new player is still probably quite complex. But stick with it, my friend. You'll get there, and I'm sure you'll enjoy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's how I learned how to play CK2, to be honest with you. Was through watching videos. Because, you know, that was one of the biggest reasons why I put off starting this game. I remember on the old forums when people used to say, try CK2, it'd be right up your street. I'm like, no, thank you. I don't think so. I don't think so. And then eventually I caved in when I saw Das, Tactic as he's known now, playing it. And he played it in the exact way that I like to see a game played, which was pure roleplay, and he let the story happen to the characters. It was only a short playthrough that he did, but it was enough for me to realise that people were right. So I started playing, watched a few more videos from other people, and I've never looked back, 400 hours later. Anyway, Lord Morn has sent me an invitation to join him on a hunt. Are you having a laugh? I ain't going hunting with this man. Not a flipping prayer. He's gonna ensure that something happens to me. I don't know, like a boar attack or... I'm sorry. I'm very busy right now. Don't mind me. Ooh. More people lauding us with their gratuity, with their, yeah. Such a noble ruler. The winter has come very harsh and cold, but still you look out for us. Oh, Lord Myles, where would we be without you? Please, people, there's no need to shower me with any more compliments. Yes, please, save your energy. This is a cold and long winter. Right, apparently, Seneschal. That's an important position, right? Isn't Seneschal like the Castellan? Isn't the Seneschal like the Castellan? Now, if we were contented, might be and shy, I might be inclined to turn this down. However, we're no longer contented. We are still shy. However, this is our liege who has come and given us basically his right hand. You come be my right. Your father served me well, and I've seen and heard the cries of joy from the people you rule. And therefore, I think it only apt that you now take your place by my side as the Castellan Seneschal, whatever the hell you want to call it. But seeing as it's going to be a very busy role, we don't have to be in the throng of it all the time. Yes, the occasional council meeting, and we'll have to give our viewpoint. It's not a major issue, though. We can busy ourselves with work. We will busy ourselves with work. We are now the Castellan of the storm lands. And if there's any ever a time that you need titles dishing out, and we will be told if it ever occurs, we will of course help you with that, because it can be a tricky situation to deal with, dishing out titles to the right people. Just look at what happened at Griffin's Roost, for example. Just saying. So yes, we have got ourselves a little bit of a promotion, if you will, to the top table. So let us actually, it is paused actually, I forgot to unpause it, but let us pause it, and as we take a look at who we're going to be now mingling with on the Council of Storm's End. Because don't forget, we got quite pally with some of the previous councillors, Lady Shira. So we've got Spymaster, who is Spymaster Osmond, the Spider, of Tarth, actually. This is the Lord of Tarth, who's married to some lady of Tarth and has got lots of children. He's 27 intrigue. Okay, a man not to mess with. A man to get to on the good side of. Have you ever heard of a man called Morn, Lord Osmond? And if so, perhaps some of your birds and spiders could go forth and just maybe gather some information, if you will. I'm convinced the man's trying to kill me. He's quick, but ugly. I mean, does it matter when you've got intrigue that high, how you look? I don't think so. So this is the Osmond the Spider. Lots of kids, potential for betrothals. 5k in his art, a good ally to have. I think that's. We should maybe look at betrothing maybe our granddaughter, maybe to his grandson Ronard, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. You might have a look at. I'll have a look into that. So that's Tarthy. We've got Lord Mark of Rain House. We know him. He's a neighbour, acquaintance and neighbour. I wouldn't say a friend, but he's a lunatic too. So why is he on the council? I wonder. I haven't got a clue. A paranoid lunatic, nonetheless. But he's also a bit shy. So that's Lord Mark of Rain House. We know him. He's the treasurer. Good at treasuring? No better than ours. A master at arms who's pretty decent. Can fight, can certainly. He's a brilliant commander with some tactics. A skilled fighter, can look after himself. I'd say it's a good. I think Renly's council is looking pretty competent right now. The Justicar. I spoke too soon. This is my. This is a Mylender. That's Mylender. Mylender is my niece. Oh, because you've named. He named. Let me get this straight here. Mylender. Interesting. Named it after my mother. Same name, different person, clearly. But we are married into the Estemonts somehow. Can't remember how. Arya? No. Andrew? Myland? No, we married one of the Estemonts. I can't remember who. Might be easy to do it through myself. But anyway, we've got an Estemon as the not-so-competent Justicar. We have the Maester, who's a Maester. Oh, pretty competent Maester. A depressed, competent Maester. The Advisor, Lord Bryce of the Dornis Marches. Just a general advisor, a selfish one, and a craven, but likes poetry and birds. And obviously the Castellan, it's not bad. I mean, if I'm being biased, pretty damn good, to be fair. And then Lord Admiral. I don't know what you need to be a Lord Admiral in terms of your stats, but I mean, he's a drunk, which doesn't bode well, really. But nonetheless, here he is. So I think a bit of a mixed bag of a council. Some very good candidates and some a bit of iffy ones. But then again, surely Renly knows best. Or does he? But it's quite nice that we've got a little promotion there, so we're quite happy with that. So now we can start to intermingle with the council. Now, considering that the actual... keep it coming, keep it coming. Myles! Myles! What do we want? Charity. You're getting lots of it, shut up. Right, so yeah, seeing as the other councillor, who is the spy master, is also shy. Lord Admiral? No. Oh, heavens. Liege Council. Come on, you fool. Spy master. Ormond, the Spider of Tarth. He's also a... Oh, he wasn't shy one, is he? He was the ugly one. Right. I am interested in getting to know the Spider of Tarth a bit better, actually. I think we're going to sway him. I think we will. I think we will. I mean, we've got a slight mutual respect there. We haven't married anybody from Tarth yet, but you never know. It could change with the kids available. Okay, how is that going, this fight, by the way? Still fighting? Still it's barely kicked off yet. Barely kicked off. They're just kind of having a skirmish. The Bank of Lice, or Lice. My lord, a new bank has been established in Lice. Magister Talandor II Hain of Lice has used his wealth to found the Bank of Lice, and has built a grand new bank building in the city to house vaults of coin. So we have a new bank available to us. So take out a loan. Selection of banks. So we've got the Bank of Brathos, the Bank of Lice now, and some random minor bank. They could all loan us 79 gold pieces, which clearly we don't need right now, actually. So that's quite cool. A new bank has been founded. Didn't know that was actually a possibility, but it is. It is indeed. So here he is, Lord Osmond the Spider. Inherited the castle of Lapworth. Inherited, did he? Or is this one of his great intrigues? How come you inherit so many titles and lands? I don't know. Not a clue. Your niece Bethany is responding well to my tuition. Oh, little Bethany. Storm. Bastard Storm thing. She's what, 30? She's actually looking pretty decent. Gregarious, sturdy, haughty. They aren't too shabby stats, I will say. And she's just gained another 2 stewardship as well. Keep cracking on, Bethany, my dear. Keep cracking on. You make somebody a fine wife. Who is Bethany anyway? I didn't even see how she's related to us. She's a niece. Probably my brother's child. Must be my brother's child. That's why she's at court, right? Yeah, Bethany Storm. Oh, it's turning ever colder. We're in the heart of winter here. We're freezing our knacker crackers off. Troops are not what we need right now. We need central heating. It's very chilly, unless you're from Dawn, like most people moaning about. It's lovely and warm down here. So Quentin the Evil has taken the mantle from Robb Stark here as the evil one, the most foul one. Age 51. He actually has his own wiki link as well. Stop showing off. Okay. So did the North eventually capture the wall? Still, this war still wages on. 38% in favour of the North. So it's going well. Still, the war is being waged though. Cattle has mysteriously disappeared. We've seen this many a time. But my bailiff found the rustlers. Right, we're going to imprison them in a cell. It's been a while, so we'll not chop their hands off just yet. But if it happens again, as per my father's decree, there's an escalating punishment scale that we have to adhere to. Bread and water in a cell was the starter. You don't want to see what comes next, trust me. Another High Septon dies, another High Septon comes. High Septon 34 are we on now? 32. And a daughter's been born again to my son. Well, clearly he's making use of the hay while the sun shines. He's like, I'm getting my kids in now in case I get cancer. That's what he's saying. I'm going to make sure I've got an insurance policy. Just in case I get cancer. I've heard what they do round these parts. So we have another daughter. Is she a genius? No. Damn you. Marina. How about the Macarena? No, we can't. I wouldn't even dream of calling my child that. Right, come on, another child name. Another child name. We've got Barriston. We've got My Amelia. Do you know what? I'm going to go... Simply because it's on TV, Macarena Linda. Macarena Linda. Oh, dear. That's funny. I quite like that, but no. We're in ode to the TV programme that a lot of us are watching right now. I'm going to call her Ellie. Macarena Linda. Macarena Linda. We may have to... If he has another child, we may have to name her that. Good grief, the names get more ridiculous. We only give ridiculous names to people that aren't going to be overly important, but technically speaking, she could well be the second daughter of the ruler very soon, so... right. I wonder if Lord Osmond, the spider, would appreciate learning more about the benefits of hard work from me. We're diligent. Do you know what? You're a really competent spy master, I hear. The spider, you put lots of feelers out there, you get the job done, but have you ever thought about working harder? It'd slap us in the face, surely. But we're basically bragging about the prosperity of our realm. Just because you're a good spy master doesn't make you a good ruler of Tarth now, does it? Want to know how to rule Tarth? It's called delegation. It's the key. Oh, he likes it. Very impressed. So you should be. Have you not heard the people chanting outside? Even Storm's End I can hear them. We wouldn't be bragging, of course. We're not that kind of person. Can I have a quiet word with you, please? I just thought I'd give you some advice, if you don't mind. Speak up, man. What's wrong with you, you shrinking violet, you? What are the stats for the other little girl? You'd have to be more specific, Caller. I'm assuming you mean, what, My Amelia? Or this one, who's clearly just been born. Let's forget about that. Oh, lots of trouble and strife down in the Dawn area. My Amelia. Lots of little girls. Yeah, My Amelia, she's looking decent. Nothing spectacular. She wasn't a genius. Why are you whispering? You're the Downcastellan man. I'm the master of whisperers. Should be me whispering. I'm sorry. Must have got the job. Must have got the wrong job description. Age 42, we've lost nobody of importance to us. And more evil inheritance. It'd be quite nice if we could do something with our... hang on a second, bear with me. Do something with our... Offer a non-aggression pact with Renly. Why would we? If our dynastic bonds are close enough, why are we getting that option? Could we form an alliance with him? It's a mild winter. Mild? What? If we've died by being murdered, I'm putting the blame solely on the toes of Mom. We were 40-3. This ain't a regular death. Natural death at 45. Are you kidding me? Flipping hell, man. This is Mom's doing. I'm telling you, nobody dies naturally at 45. Oh. This is crap. I liked Myles. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, our heir now is Barristan, and the alliance between Lady Lay... Oh, there's lots of stuff happening now. We're going to have to form a council and everything. Right, folks, I know it's been a short stream. We may have to... I may have to do a recording session of how we set up our rule with Eric II now. Oh, that's painful. He's been taken prematurely. He died a natural death. Always articulate and tactful, Myles was known in his time as an astute diplomat, a man respected by all. I can imagine that the people of... our realm are absolutely horrified. They were singing our name at the gates every day. There were people probably putting tributes down and saying prayers to the Seven for us. Long may he reign. We've never lived so prosperously. This man that's done some great deeds for us. And suddenly the bells toll out to signal our death. Could you imagine the horror? The people will be in great mourning. Not to compare this man to, of course, our late Queen, of course, who ruled for 60-odd years, whatever it was, but I'm sure there'll still be a fair few people here wanting to pay their respects. Oh. Lord Eric, surrounded by enemies and rivals. We hope that his rule is not struck short by means of a dagger in the back. Long live Lord Eric. Oh, happy days. Who's... Oh, no. Oh, so be it. Okay, your father, Lord Myles, has died, and now it falls upon you to decide whether to make the funeral big and... Okay, so basically, I think we're going to feel pressured here into making a decision. See, we're also shy. However, our wife, who is quite astute and clever, probably knows that a lot of people want to pay their respects to your father. A lot of people. He was a man of the people. Therefore, if you do not give them a chance, it could be a bad sign to kick off your rule. Just saying. Okay, fine. And basically, we're going to invite basically the vassals and the court, and I'm assuming that will also include the people. Like all the lords and the ladies of the realm is like wider. We weren't really a person of the realm. We were just kind of content to be our own little Topcliffe in Amberley. We didn't really get onto the council of our lord until our last year of life. Maybe being the castellan killed us. Thrust into a council position that we felt compelled to take, and it just kind of overwhelmed us. But anyway, we're going to invite the vassals and the court, and then we're going to pause it. Eric Topcliffe had knacker cracker added to the treasury. Oh dear. Right, okay. Check Morton's and Eric's kills. How many kills? Whose kills? None. We haven't killed anybody. We don't kill people. And who the hell is Morm? How do we find Morm anyway? Who's this Morm fella? Morm is here. No, Morm might be dead. There's no more Morms. This is too young. Is he like... Did we know who Morm was, or who... I think Morm might be dead, people. We can't search for him. He came up here last time, I seem to recall. Jorah's still alive. Jorah Mormont is 77. He's still alive. Right, we need to form a council. We need to set up our rule. And yeah, we need to refocus our priorities on what we want to achieve with not just Lord Eric, but as I said, I kind of see these as a coupling because of how clever she is and how much she adds to the state intrigue levels. As soon as we get a council, of course, these will increase as well. So she's adding so much. She's adding 10 to state diplomacy, which is more than us. She's adding 6 to martial, which is the same as us. She's adding 3 to stewardship, which is not as much as us, but she's adding 4 to intrigue, and she's adding 6 to learning. But she's adding quite a bit, mostly to do with diplomacy. So anything to do with diplomacy, that's where she will be providing her advice mainly. We've got other areas covered, to be fair. So she's probably going to be our diplomatic advisor more than anything. But nonetheless, she's a genius. So, yeah, together they shall rule. We'll see what happens. And just to finish off the session, the parchments, Lady Lane, heir, Lord Eric. Remember, it was previously an elective. She's changed it to primogeniture. So our mother has seen the light and ensured that we will inherit, when she dies, parchments as well. So that's a good sign. So we stand to gain some more land in the future. But yeah, let's have a look at Barristan before we finish too. He's looking pretty good. He's age 5, only another year to go. Or just less, before he gets tutored by hopefully somebody who's not dead. Please don't die on me, Horace Clegane. We need your services, sir. He's now 80 fighting ability, which is higher than it was before, I'm sure. 21 martial, it was higher than it was 20 before, so he's gained a trait which has helped him get some more stats there. So yeah, this is our son's tutor. Our son now, not aggressive, but our son's tutor in the waiting. So yeah. Oh, I'm sad. I liked Myles. Never mind. Anyway, there you go. Natural endpoint. Slightly shorter session. I don't feel like we've done a great deal, really, but we had a few character developments. So we start anew. We start anew with the young and fresh-faced Eric II of Amberley, who's 24, grandfather of the original Eric, and we'll see how his reign pans out. And the one thing that bugs me so far is he doesn't have that lovely amber hair of his predecessors. We can't change the colour. We can change the style though, but the colour he's stuck with, unfortunately. But anyway, there you go, folks. Go forth, enjoy the rest of your Monday. I'm about to go get a cup of tea now and watch The Last of Us, and then get ready for work tomorrow in the office. So yeah, tomorrow some F1 Manager. Wednesday will be a stream of Sobrante, and then Thursday I shall bring you a recorded session of this, which will just take you through the setting up of this man's reign, maybe giving you a bit of information about how I see his reign starting off, maybe even starting off the first couple of years as well. We'll see how far I get into that, but I will give you a recorded session to set up the next stream next weekend, and then there you go. That's the plan for the week. Friday, usually always a day off for me on a Friday. But anyway, have a good evening, afternoon, wherever you might be, and hopefully catch some of you on Wednesday for some more of that lovely, happy game that is the life and the suffering of Sobrante. But until then, thanks for watching as always, and till next time, see you soon.